One Piece Theory. Zoro and Sanji are Nika's sword and shield. Although Luffy's devil fruit and the sun god Nika have been shrouded in mystery for a long time, in more recent arcs and chapters of the One Piece manga, more and more information is being released about the mythical figure and his devil fruit manifestation. However, it seems that with every new answer that explains something about Nika, 3 more questions emerge. This has led to the sun god Nika being a highly discussed and speculated figure in the One Piece community, spawning numerous fan theories about the topic. One theory comes from the newest depiction of the sun god Nika in One Piece, which shows the figure wielding a sword and a shield. This depiction, although it seems fairly standard at first, introduces some interesting evidence that could change the dynamic between Luffy and the Straw Hat crew. Namely, the characters Sanji and Zoro may be far more important to the Nika myth than fans had originally anticipated. The new chapter shows a new depiction of Nika in One Piece. In the most recent chapter of One Piece, Chapter 1136, a new drawing of Nika appeared with more information. Namely, the giants of Elbaf explained that Nika, as a figure, is more amorphous than many fans had previously anticipated. While some believe the figure to be a liberator, others believe that Nika is a god of destruction. These conflicted beliefs have led to a new resurgence of theories claiming that there may be multiple Nika-like figures. Is he the hero who appeared to save the world from disaster? The destroyer who lays waste to all? Jarul, however, most interestingly, the drawing of the sun god Nika in One Piece shows the figure holding a sword and shield and wearing a helmet. So far, previous depictions of the character have been shown to be unarmed, though now Nika is much more equipped than before. While this may be shown to depict the potential danger the figure may propose, it brings up an interesting difference between Luffy and the sun god Nika. Namely, Luffy rarely uses weapons throughout the series of One Piece, yet Nika is depicted with a sword and shield. Zoro and Sanji are the swords and shields of Nika. Despite not using a weapon, Luffy may already have a sword and a shield. Zoro and Sanji. Being the 2 wings of the Straw Hat Captain, Zoro and Sanji perfectly represent a sword and shield at the pirate's side. Although this is more symbolic than anything, One Piece often uses symbolism and doesn't always rely on exact interpretations. Firstly, Zoro, being one of the strongest members of the crew, and possessing extreme levels of physical power, could be the modern interpretation of Nika's sword. The Straw Hat swordsman's physical attacking prowess, something that is unmatched outside of Luffy on the crew, might make him an ideal sword for Nika. Paired with his aggressive personality, Zoro is the offensive powerhouse of the Straw Hat crew. Next, Sanji, on the other hand, features far fewer sharp attacks and instead focuses on using blunt force instead, like a shield. While both he and Zoro are durable figures, the Straw Hat chef, Sanji, has been shown to have incredible endurance and durability on many occasions. Plus, his love of the crew and protective personality make him an ideal figure to compare to a shield. Luffy is his own person in One Piece even with his fruit. At the same time, Luffy and the sun god Nika are entirely different people in the story of One Piece. While Luffy has inherited the will of Nika through his devil fruit, Luffy is still his own person. This means that every myth of Nika doesn't need to apply to Luffy as well. Instead, Luffy can make his own decisions as a character, like whether or not he wants to use weapons. We all wish to be the sun god and rule the world. Wrote in the end, it would be interesting if characters like Zoro and Sanji were connected to the sun god Nika of One Piece in some way, even if it were something symbolic. The 2 wings of the captain have been vital members of the Straw Hat crew in Luffy's journey and deserve some level of recognition for this. However, at the same time, the 2 powerful One Piece characters have also carved out a mark in history for themselves, without the help of ancient tradition, which is impressive in its own right.